And the important thing is that this campaign, you have to actually use it. And because once it has been rolled out inside your ad account, you cannot not use it. Like you cannot actually use Advanced Plus shopping campaign again. Like for these ad accounts that it has been rolled out, Advanced Plus shopping campaign, it's going to be through duplication, not as new campaigns. If you go like in the green button, like on the top left, and try to launch a new campaign, you cannot actually do an Advanced Plus shopping campaign, which is like a big change. That's why I think it's the reason why Meta is actually implementing this change right now in only small ad accounts. Andy?
John?
Have you noticed a new change inside the ad account?
Yes. Which one are you referring? Because like Meta is dropping new new changes every week.
Yeah, there are two major changes. First of all, the wellness restrictions are starting to wrapping up, are starting to happening in some ad accounts. But the second and the actual change that I want to discuss about is about the new campaign, which is like the Advanced Plus sales campaign instead of shopping campaign. Have you seen that?
Yes, I think I have noticed it in one of our accounts, like one account that I'm managing. So it's rolling out like really slow. So it's not in many accounts. So we have actually, I don't know, to how many accounts you have seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it to at least 3, and all of the 3 ad accounts are ad accounts from UK. So and also are new ad accounts. So in all 3 ad accounts, I'm using pounds. It's UK based, and they are all new ad accounts. For older ad accounts in UK, I haven't seen that, and for older and newer ad accounts in Canada and US, I haven't seen that. So it's I think that it definitely plays a role. Like it's something that Meta rolls out with a strategy, I suppose. Like they have strategy at least on that. In most areas they don't, but at least like when they roll out changes, they have like a specific strategy on where to actually roll out the changes to, right?
Yes, and yeah, actually, what you're saying right now, it makes sense because like also the one account that one of the accounts that we have and the one that I'm managing, it's 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 not a new one, but it's a really small account that doesn't have a lot of history. So it was like strange to see like something new in some account like this. Usually in the past, like Meta was launching like new features to the old ad accounts, to the accounts that's spending a lot of money, 100,000 plus per month, not like $2,000 per month. So I don't know what kind of strategy is this from Meta of launching to the new ad accounts. Maybe they want to either it's something really good and they want to give opportunity to the small ones to grow. Either it's something really bad that they are gonna
They want
take them out
the
of business.
smaller fishes to drown and die.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So what are your thoughts about this campaign? Because I have a lot of thoughts about that. Like, do you want me to share mine first?
What I noticed, like we have less and less control in the audience. This is like what Meta wants to not have any control of the audience, no control on the placements, just the creative. So this is like what I noticed with this new campaign. What is your thought around the new campaign?
Yeah. First of all, Meta, we all know that Meta wants to actually make it as easy as possible for someone to advertise. So, so that more and more people can actually advertise in their platform. Like it's the strategy that actually Google implemented with performance max campaigns, and something that Meta continuously try to do. First with the Advanced Plus audience, and after that with the Advanced Plus shopping campaign, and right now with the Advanced Plus sales campaign, which is like an update of the Advanced Plus shopping campaign. What happened with this campaign, and I actually, to be honest with you, I really like that. I really like that change. is because for a brief period of time, when Advanced Plus shopping campaign launched, we had manual sales campaign and we have Advanced Plus shopping campaign. And those two, like, they have actually different structures. The Advanced Plus shopping campaign didn't have ad sets, like it was empty. It was just a campaign and then the ads. With the manual sales campaign, which is like the old setup for the CBOs and ABOs, we had campaign, ad set, ad in that sequence. And for that time, we actually had like different structures, and the optimization was happening like at the different stages. You have to go, like, if you run a CBO, you have to go to the ad set and optimize. But if you have a CBO and Advanced Plus campaigns, you have to go to the ad level for the Advanced Plus shopping campaigns, and you have to go to the CBO to the ad set level. And it had that structure where it was like counterintuitive. I didn't actually understand why Meta thought that this was actually easier for someone to launch, because it was different structures. Right now that the Advanced Plus sales campaign, what it does, like, it combines manual sales campaign and Advanced Plus shopping campaign into one. So basically, you don't have two selections to choose from. You don't have manual, and you don't have, like, after that, shopping campaign. You have everything in one. So basically, it's much easier right now to actually set up an ad from start to finish, and it's much easier to actually select an ad and which ad to run, and to optimize. It's much easier as well because everything has the same structure. So I honestly didn't actually understand why they did the Advanced Plus shopping campaign in the first place.
Yes, like yeah, I don't understand also. And what is like what I noticed, like you have the in the Advantage Plus campaign, you have the option to control like what percentage of the audience you want like to see from the existing customers, for example. So you could add like 20% for the people to see to work as a retargeting to just 20% of the budget. So you had the option to control this. In the manual sales campaign, you were having the option, like normal option, to choose like the interest, like to create a custom audience for retargeting, for example, visitors or add to cart 180 days. And in this, the combination of these two campaigns, what actually Meta left is like you only can exclude your customers. You cannot include some customers, just exclude. Not in the concept of like controlling with the percentage, the budget, 20%, for example, just for retargeting, but only the option to exclude people. So, for example, if you don't want like some specific ads to go to your existing audience, you add like the 108 purchasers, and you exclude them. So it's giving only this option. So yeah, it's interesting. Let's see how it's gonna roll out and what will be the performance. Have you used it so far? Because I haven't used it.
Right now, I'm definitely using it because I want to see how it's going to play. But the most important thing is that this campaign, you have to actually use it, because once it has been rolled out inside your ad account, you cannot not use it. Like, you cannot actually use Advanced Plus shopping campaign again. Like, for these ad accounts that it has been rolled out, Advanced Plus shopping campaign, it's going to be through duplication, not as new campaigns. If you go like in the green button, like on the top left, and try to launch a new campaign, you cannot actually do an Advanced Plus shopping campaign, which is like big change. That's why I think it's the reason why Meta is actually implementing this change right now in only small ad accounts. What do you think?
Yes, I think we should like whatever Meta is like launching. It happened also with Advantage Plus campaigns. When it was launched like 2-3 years ago, the Advantage Plus campaigns. I don't know how many years now, but it has been for a long time. Many people didn't want to use it, but actually you had to use it because they were outperforming everything. Like we had like ad accounts that like the majority. Okay, there was some exceptions. Like the Advantage Plus campaigns all the time were outperforming our like normal campaigns. So you should like always like start implementing the new campaigns and not to be like hesitant to try new things. I know like a lot of people, they don't like new things. They don't like to adjust on what is like changing. They want the one thing that they learned and to do only this. But actually you have to adapt. Like we have seen it also with Google. Google has changed the interface, and that was like, I was hesitant all the time. I was switching back to the old interface. It
Yeah.
came the time that I have to use the new interface. So
Exactly,
I
exactly.
was late on learning how it works, the new interface, to be fast on like navigate the new interface. So it's better to switch immediately to the new interface and to be ahead from the people that are doing the things that I was doing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a
Uh,
small example.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, I understand. And it's actually like with the changes inside the interface, I never understood it, to be honest with you. Like changing the interface is like doesn't make any sense. Like I see that Meta is doing it so like it's doing it for one ad account at a time, I think. Like there are four versions running right now. Like the business manager has like four different versions, and it's being rolled out so slowly inside each ad account, and are minor changes and big changes that doesn't make any sense. And yeah, I had a huge problem with that. I have a huge problem with Meta about that, and with every company that actually changes the interface, because the interface is something that you actually change to make life easier. So I suppose like how they actually do this change is they decide, okay, this product, we did a study and we tested and we saw that this particular like having the X button there, it's going to be like more organized. Okay, so let's put it there. The problem is that if the X button was like the top left corner for 3 years, people, it's much easier for people to navigate if you continue to have that there. It's much easier to communicate to other people. It's much easier to actually teach someone. It's much easier for you to use it. The videos online that are going to show tutorials are not going to be outdated. So it's like for the whole society, it's much better if you stick to the older setup and you just like change you just update like how it looks. Instead of square, which is like old fashioned, you can make it like curly, like in circles, like with edges around the edges. But changing the interface, it's something that designers play around, UX designers play around, just to my opinion, it's just to justify their salaries, the big fat salaries.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's crazy. And it's not only inside the ad account itself. For example, Meta is changing a lot. Okay, where you can find the linked accounts, like where you can link Facebook with Instagram. They change it, they put it somewhere else, and you have to navigate like you are some kind of intern. And they feel like, for example, in the past that I was doing more in onboardings, uh, because Meta was doing changes, I have to actually look where if it's like the Facebook page connected with the Instagram, and I was navigating on the call with the client, and it feels like I just like started this role, and it's not about me. It's about Meta changing all the time things.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, but to end with the Advanced Plus sales campaign and to actually say what it is, because like I think like at least 12 minutes have passed and we actually haven't actually said what are the changes that happened with this change. So let me brief the world about that and discuss on it a little bit more and then close. Which is like, first of all, with the Advanced Plus sales campaign, you can only use 50 ads inside an ad set, which is like a huge bummer. I'm instead of using like 150, which like it was something that a lot of people did, like 150 inside one ad set, right?
Inside one, yes. They were duplicating
Yeah,
inside the ad. They
so
were so
many ad
lazy to
accounts.
to create a new campaign, and they were having only one campaign with like uh, many ads.
Yeah, like I have seen $1 million spent ad accounts. It's they don't have these many ads inside ads. So It's just a change like that doesn't make any change. Like you are not going to get close to 50 ads per ad set, and I don't think that you should, even though you can, because yeah, on how the algorithm works, it is not going to benefit you. Anyway, this is the first change. The other change is that uh, right now you don't have the selection of manual and shopping campaign. You just have this campaign, which is like the Advanced Plus sales campaign, which is like the main campaign that you have right now and the only thing that you can use. And if you want to go back to manual sales campaign, you can, but it is a different setting. So basically, like you have to go to when you go to audience, you have to go to further limit the reach of your ads. So basically, the way that you can go back to manual sales campaign, if you just select, yeah, I want to reach more less people. This is the button that you have to choose.
Yes.
They want to make you like avoid this type of ad for their own reasons, but of course we're not going to avoid it. We're going to use whatever works best for each ad account. So that's the goal. And yeah, this is where it is. And yeah, the one thing that I've noticed is right now the Advanced Plus audience is by default everywhere. Like you cannot not use Advanced Plus audience in manual sales. Like if you change the manual sales campaign by clicking the further limit the reach of your ads, you cannot switch to original audience. You will have to use Advanced Plus audience. So this is a huge change, I think. That's why I would like to tell me your thoughts around that. Like how excited or not are you about this change?
One more change, like it's actually funny. Like when you were creating a manual sales campaign, you had the option on the campaign level to actually say, I want like CBO or ABO. Now you need to create the campaign, duplicate the ad set, so you can have two ad sets, and then go to the campaign level and to choose like manually, I want ABO. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why Meta is doing this. Is it doesn't
Yeah,
make
to
any
be honest with you,
any
I like
change.
this change. I want to be clear. I like this change, and I think it makes more sense to be able after you have two assets to be able to actually change the campaign the budget optimization level if it's going to be like on the campaign or on the ad set level. And also another thing that I really like about this ad is they changed the names, which like the budget instead of having, because Meta really likes Advanced Plus. Like Advanced Plus is something that they really like. They use it Advanced Plus placements, Advanced Plus audience inside the campaign. It has Advanced Plus shopping campaigns. It has Advanced Plus catalog ads. It has Advanced Plus budget optimization. so they really like this Advanced Plus name branding. But with the budget, they just renamed it. Instead of budget that is an Advanced Plus budget, which is like the campaign, they changed it to budget strategy, which like makes more sense, to be honest with you. And yeah, and the last change and the most actually the change that I didn't like is like the customer cap. With Advanced Plus shopping campaign, you have the customer cap where you can actually select how much of a percentage of retargeting you wanted to actually do. With
Yes.
Advanced Plus sales campaign, you don't have that, like in that sense.
Yes. You have to create a separate like manual sales campaign, do like click further limit your reach, and like actually select like the custom audience, like it was in the past. These are like big changes, like to not be able to like select like the type of like campaigns that we have been used to, and to create like something new, and it's only this new that you can create from now on. It's a big change, I think. Like it's totally like big. If it's gonna roll out like fast to all the accounts, like suddenly you cannot like do ABOs, you cannot is like the way you were doing, and you have to restructure all your campaigns in a new way it's like it's a big change. I feel it. This.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But what do you think? People should start using it or not?
Yes. I think people. It's like what we said earlier. Like people should start using it because to not left behind when you will not have any other option. You cannot anymore duplicate your old campaigns, so you should like start using it.
Yeah, exactly. And I honestly think it's a good change. It makes a much more structured ad account overall. A much more easier ad account for someone to that just like brand new to Facebook ads to be able to actually start learning and using the ad account. So it made the ad account much simpler. So I really like it. In that sense, I really hope that they perform because right now it's too early to tell if they are performing or not. So I really hope that they do perform, and the way that I'm planning to use them because of the structure that Meta is suggesting, I want to play around with budget limits. So because Meta right now promotes a lot the budget, the campaign level budget optimization, basically like the CBO method. I really want to start using Advanced Plus Sales campaign with retargeting as inside, but with limit, with minimum and maximum spend limits inside the same campaign. So this is the structure that I want to test inside the other account. Something that I have seen being promising. So that's the structure that I want to use uh, going forward.
Yes. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, I think we did like this quick episode to update on the changes that Meta is like launching. So yeah, I think we can close the podcast here. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah. And we talk to the next one. Bye.
Talk to the next one. Bye.